It's the penultimate day of voting in these referendums. They've been widely disregarded, not just here in Ukraine, but across the Western world, as a sham vote. There's no sense that the votes are taking place in free conditions with people able to vote as they wish. They're taking place in 4 regions in Ukraine, 2 of them in the Donbass, the Luhansk and Donetsk regions. They're already recognized by Russia alone as being independent republics. And then the other 2 regions, Zaporizhia and Kherson in the south, the vote there is about for independence and then accession into Russia, whether the people there want that. As I've said, nobody regards the results that are due out tomorrow as legitimate. There's also no doubting what the results will be. Clearly, this is a referendum in name alone, and the results will be for those 4 regions to end up ultimately being absorbed into Russia. And that is something that, for here in Ukraine, is an absolute red line. President Zelensky has repeatedly warned Russia not to take that step to annex more of his territory. He has made it very clear that the Ukrainians will not fight, will not stop fighting until they have reclaimed all of that territory. So what it does change, though, is the status of the land that will then be fought over, because from the moment that Russia recognises, as is expected, those territories as being Russian rather than Ukrainian, the response that it has warned it could unleash then escalates all the way up to potentially a nuclear strike. And the nuclear threat is what Western nations, including the United States, are incredibly alive to. We understand that there have been conversations in public and in private between the Western allies and Russia, warning of catastrophic consequences, in the words of the United States, that would happen should Russia decide to use the nuclear option. It's an incredibly dangerous moment, and it's all really been accelerated because of Ukraine's successes on the battlefield, with its counteroffensive reclaiming swathes of territory across the northeast of the country, also pressuring Russian positions in the south. So Russia is escalating itself in turn, and so the next few days, weeks, will be incredibly important and potentially decisive.